Children, welcome back to the science class. So today we will continue the same chapter, that is air around us. We have already started this chapter, and in this chapter we have studied about the environment and different activities we have performed. We have studied about the composition of air, that air consists of nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, and other gases like carbon dioxide, neon, argon as 1%. It also contains water vapors and the dust particles. This we have already studied. Now we have also performed this activity, that oxygen is required for the process of burning. Means without the presence of oxygen, the process of burning will not occur. This we have studied. And carbon dioxide is present 0.03%, and it does not support burning. Carbon dioxide does not support burning, that's why it is used in fire extinguishers. And carbon dioxide is used by plants during the process of photosynthesis. Water vapors, they are present in the atmosphere, and the presence of water vapor in the atmosphere is known as the humidity. This we have studied. Dust and smoke, the amount of dust particles and smoke in air varies from place to place. Now today we'll start with air supports life. Air supports life we have studied in plants, animals, and in the aquatic plants also we have studied. What are and in the amphibians also we have studied. Amphibians, animals that can live on land and water both. So they are known as amphibians, like frog, newt, and salamander. So all the crocodile, alligator, all these are known as the amphibians. Now today we'll start with a new topic, that is balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air. Yes, we'll talk about the oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. How the oxygen and carbon dioxide balance the accurate amount in the atmosphere we'll study. Now, the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is maintained through the respiration in plants and animals, and by the photosynthesis in plants. Now, in the case of animals or plants, animals, in case of animals like human beings and all, respiration process occurs. Process of respiration occurs, and in plants, the process of photosynthesis occur. Process of photosynthesis occur. So we can say in plants photosynthesis occur, and in animals respiration process is there. Now as we know that we are human beings, and we are also in the category of animals. Animals and human beings, all the means they all are living organisms. So all the living organisms respiration process is there. Now in the respiration process what happens, we take oxygen, we take oxygen, and what we release carbon dioxide. We release carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is taken by plants. This carbon dioxide is taken by plants in the process of photosynthesis, and it also take oxygen but in very small quantity. Plants also take oxygen and carbon dioxide in large quantity, and oxygen is in less quantity, and they perform the process of photosynthesis. And in the process of photosynthesis, what is released? The process of photosynthesis, oxygen is released in large and quantity, and energy is also released. Energy and oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis, and this oxygen is in very large amount. This oxygen is used by us. This oxygen is used by human beings for the process of respiration, and this energy is used by plants. Energy is nutrients, that the nutrients are used by the plants only. So in this way, the carbon dioxide that we are releasing are used by plants, is used by plants, and plants give us oxygen. Plants give us oxygen. Okay, so this oxygen is taken by human beings. This oxygen is taken by human beings. Is it clear? Carbon dioxide is released by, no, carbon dioxide is taken by plants. Plants release oxygen, and that oxygen is used by human beings. Again, human beings release carbon dioxide. Human beings also release carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide used by plants. Plants gives us oxygen. Oxygen is used by human. We can say a cycle is there. A cycle is there, and this cycle maintains the amount of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. Is it clear? Now you can see plants produce oxygen during the photosynthesis and utilize oxygen during the respiration. They produce much more oxygen during the photosynthesis than they consume during the respiration. This is how the oxygen consumed by plants to a large extent by animal is replenished in the air through the photosynthesis. Is it clear? Is it clear the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air? Now we'll talk about the air pollution. Air pollution, as we have studied this thing many times in the previous classes also. What is air pollution? Air pollution is what? Unwanted things in the air that is not required is what? Pollution. Pollution is what? Means mixing of unwanted things in the air is known as air pollution. Means if air is the in air, what we know that in the air nitrogen is there, oxygen is there, carbon dioxide is there, and other gases like neon, argon, and some dust particles are also there. Dust particles are there, water vapors are there in the air. So if apart from these, other things are there in the atmosphere, in the air, then what will happen? They will cause air pollution. Now air pollution means when the amount of carbon dioxide or undesirable gases, that nitrogen or any other harmful gases that will mix in the air, will cause air pollution, and the undesirable substances that are mixing are known as pollutants. We can say that this undesirable substances can be dust and smoke. If the amount of dust and smoke in the air will increase, definitely that air will be also called a polluted air. So what are the reasons? What are the major causes of air pollution? So first one is the emission from factories. Now you know there are ample number of factories everywhere, and these factories are emitting harmful chemicals. These factories are producing things, and for that chemicals are used, and the chemical emission is there in the air. So these companies or these factories are emitting harmful gases in the atmosphere that are mixing with the air and causing the air pollution. So first factor of air pollution is the emission from the factories, harmful emission from the factories. Second is the burning of coal and fuel. As for running the factories also, nowadays electricity is used, but in the earlier time and in many factories also coal and fuels are burned for producing the energy, and in these processes large amount of carbon dioxide is released, and that is also causing the air pollution. Now burning of wood, as wood is burning, so see in burning of wood how much loss is there. What is there? If a tree is there, we cut the tree. First of all, we cut the tree, then means we are stopping the one source of oxygen. We have stopped one source of oxygen. We have cut the tree. Now we are burning its wood. We are burning its wood. And in the burning process, what is released? Carbon dioxide is released. And this carbon dioxide will remain in the atmosphere if it is not used by plant. Now if we are cutting the plant, who will use them? We are not using carbon dioxide, plants are using carbon dioxide, and we are cutting plants. We are cutting plants, we are burning them, and what we are producing? We are producing poison for us. We are producing carbon dioxide for us, that is poisonous if it will increase in the amount. So burning of wood is the major cause of air pollution. Fourth is the some natural causes such as forest fire, volcanic eruption, and decay process of vegetation. So all these forest fire, volcanic eruption, these are the natural causes of air pollution. They are polluting the atmosphere. So with this topic, we came to the end of this chapter and the syllabus of this year. As after this, which chapter is there? Biodegradable and non-biodegradable, garbage in, garbage out. So that is not in syllabus. So this is end of your syllabus, and these question answers we will discuss soon. And as we have completed the chapter, so I want you to please revise, go through all the chapters once again, read them very carefully, and make your own notes. Till then, take care and Sai Ram.